Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. So up next for us is going to be Atlanta Speedway for the VetTix 200 Camping World, and we really need a good result. A terrible run in Daytona put us far back already, and you can see we're 32nd in points, so last of the full-time drivers with only 11 points on the season, as Vegas was an absolute disaster for us. But we move on to Atlanta, where hopefully good things will happen for us. Our qualifying lap, not the best, but not the worst. We're improving slowly, it seems, 27th. I mean, still towards the back, but it seems like the car's getting more consistent in qualifying. It is a rough go at it for us. So coming to the green flag for the race here. Green flag in the air, and we are racing in Atlanta for the VetTix Camping World 200. Jordan Anderson's going to be on our inside heading towards turn 1. 9 laps here in stage number 1. Heading down into turn number 1, we're going to be on the high side. Angela Ruck going to look to our inside there, and she's going to get alongside of us and pass us for the meantime. Atlanta, one of those tracks that's very difficult to drive. You want to run on the low line, but it's very difficult for people to do it. That's why Harvick does so well at this track in real life. But I've always been someone who's been able to run the bottom here. You can see that huge run we get coming out of turn 4. We're just going to get right into the back of Jordan Anderson, trying to push him along there down the front straightaway. And it's actually going to help him a little bit get past into P23 as we start lap 2. Angela Ruck now behind us, going to be our little drafting partner for the time being, but we quickly leave her behind, and we get another huge run out of turn 2 into the back of Anderson again. Hopefully he sees this as bump drafting and doesn't want to become my rival for it, because I know in this game it can be tricky on how it works with that. But we get past him at least, so at least we don't have to keep running into the back. And we're going to make it 3 wide on the inside. Majeski on the outside along with Nemechek. Nemechek with a huge run. He's going to go to the outside of Tanner Gray. We look to the inside of Tanner Gray, but not able to get anything done there. We're going to go through the middle there, looking to the outside now, just trying to follow that momentum. Nemechek seems to have it figured out on the outside. He gets past Cobb and Crafton, and we're going to follow him through here. Give him a bump draft down the back straightaway as he tries to work his way past Matt Crafton. Tanner Gray with a huge run on the inside. He's going to get caught up, though, behind the 22. So Austin Wayne Self now to our inside. I think Tanner Gray might be on the inside of him. Yes, so we're going to take him 3 wide, pass them both on the outside with now 6 to go in the stage. And this is a really good start to us in this race. Like I said in the last episode, and as I hinted to, Atlanta is a track I'm actually pretty good at. Typically, I can make that bottom work, but it seems like that's where the AI wants to mostly run, so we're just going to go on the outside, which is what's working for drivers like Joe Nemechek, because he's making that work. Tanner Gray, though, really making that inside lane work as he got past quite a few cars there. Jumping ahead now, though, to lap 6, you can see Jordan Anderson in front of us there for P15. He's worked his way through, but we do have an engine expiring up ahead. And it's nice to see that it doesn't spin out the driver this time, but the caution is out, and I believe that is Riley Herbst that has blown his engine, so he is out of the race. Tough luck there for the KBM driver, as that will end stage 1, and we will finish P16. So definitely improvement from where we started, gaining 11 positions, so I really feel confident, especially as we gained another 3 in the pit, so we are just outside the top 10, so we may be able to get our first ever stage points at the end of stage 2. But stage 2 is now green flag. Tanner Gray in front of us. He's been real fast all race long. So we might just try to follow him through the field. But maybe we can try to get past him as well. We'll see. He really had a good car in that first stage. We'll have to see if his truck is as good in the second stage. One of the ThorSport drivers, I believe that might be Enfinger out front right now. We're going to look to the inside of Tanner Gray for P12, but he's going to try to work his way to the inside line because that's where he's been running so well this entire race. And he's going to do just that, but then moves up to the middle, trying to get on that bottom, but he knows he has nowhere to go. And we're actually going to get to the inside of him, heading now down the front straightaway, and we're up into P11 with Creed in 10th in front of us. We're actually going to look at making a 3 wide, maybe no. Boyd cuts us off there, and Tanner Gray shoves it down the inside where he has been the entire race. But Creed kind of tries to throw a block on him, and it kind of runs his momentum out there, as we're now going to go in the middle 3 wide with Tanner Gray. And, oh man, Ross Chastain really made it difficult for us there by taking it 3 wide, but we make it work. We lost a couple spots. Now we have Jordan Anderson on our inside again. And Ross Chastain now flying up through the pack. He's making it 3 wide there. As we continue to battle with Jordan Anderson on our inside. Hopefully Creed can kind of hold him off. Not really. They're going to be side by side, but we're going to take it 3 wide because no one up against near that wall, but we're not really able to do anything with it right there. And we're just going to have to stay in position. To the outside now of Sheldon Creed, trying to just get something done. We're kind of just stuck right here. We have a car that's relative pace to the rest of these guys. But that's the thing with the truck series, that when you get around a group of guys like this, it's so hard to make your way forward because everyone's just so equal, and it's one of the things I love about the truck series. But we're trying to get past Creed there, and we end up running too high, get into the wall there. It's going to really slow our momentum down. Gus Dean gets past, but luckily it was quite a gap to the cars behind us, so we don't have to worry too much. It does look like Zane Smith's going to get past us, but Angela Ruck, we don't have to worry about her or John Hunter Nemechek. They were far enough back that we don't have to worry about them, but it is going to be P16 for the time being. And now only 5 laps to go in stage 2. We have to try to work our way back up towards the front. We started this stage P13 with a shot at getting stage points for the first time in our truck career. However, we are back down to P16, which is where we had started the stage. Heading down to 2 laps to go in the stage. We had kind of worked our way back up to where we were. We're now P12 as we look to the outside there, just trying to get something to work here. It doesn't look like stage points are going to be in the cards for us, but who knows? You know, maybe because I'm hearing something about them talking about people pitting, which doesn't really make sense, especially towards the end of the stage here. And I don't see anyone coming to pit road, so I don't really know what that was about. And oh, we hit the wall coming out of 4, and we're actually going to cut him off there and just kind of chop his nose a little bit. Didn't really mean to, it just kind of happened, but 1 to go in the stage now. We're running P12, so it doesn't look like any stage points are going to be in the cards for us. And we're just going to have to settle for P12. And you can see our tires are really starting to wear down. It's not so much fuel at this racetrack, it's the tires, which is just what it's like in real life. This track just eats tires alive. So at the end of this stage, our tires are already starting to go bad, so I don't even want to know what they're going to be like at the end of stage 3 towards the end of the race. But across the line, we almost get up to P11, but it is going to be P12 at the end of stage 2 for us, with Jordan Anderson claiming that last spot in the points. So we're going to go ahead, come down pit road with everyone else, and we actually only had 2 laps of fuel. And while it looks like it would be close with the way the caution lap's working, where you actually restart the race, don't need to worry about it. The fuel would actually end up being relatively okay, but it is that tire where we're going to have to watch out for. So green flag back in the air. We are P10 after the pit stops. We're right alongside Tanner Gray yet again. Jordan Anderson behind us. We just cannot shake these guys from us. So relatively okay restart there. I do not seem to get just like real life, the high line is not where you want to be on restarts in Atlanta. It just doesn't seem to go at all. And but we get a good run out of turn 2. We kind of have to run into the back of Spencer Boyd there. Now we're going to be putting the middle 3 wide. Anderson to our outside, Smith on the inside. Smith, I think that low line gets such a run with these AI cars. They're really able to make that work for them. And Angela Ruck in 14th. I don't understand how she's doing so well. I mean, no offense to her, but she doesn't have the truck that would allow her to run up front like this in real life, so I don't understand why her AI is so good. You can see we actually run into the wall right there, and we're going to lose a ton of momentum. Now Decker gets past us, so we're down to P18. We have another truck to our inside. So it seems like every time we start to make our way forward in this race, we end up shooting ourselves in the foot. We're now down to P20 as Herbst works his way past us. And, oh man, so now we got John Hunter Nemechek, I believe that is, to our inside with 9 to go. And we went from being in P10 in a really good position to now just barely hanging on to a top 20 spot, actually losing it half the time here in this battle. I don't know what to do there. It just seems like every time I start to do something right, I make another mistake or something. So I guess that's what it is. It's all, my error there. It's nothing to do with what the game, what's going on in the game. We are able to get a good run there on the inside line. We're going to side draft up against Decker, take that position. We got 3 wide in front of us, so hopefully they can slow each other up. We can get past there, but they actually sort it out, and the KBM truck's going to move on through, kind of sliding our way up the track using white kind of as like a miniature wall to kind of like use it as a cushion for air there. Gonna get to the inside of Angela Ruck here, heading into turn number 3 here, working for P17. And then see if we can get up to Gus Dean out of turn 4. But actually, Angela Ruck putting up a good fight right there, but kind of loses the momentum halfway through the corner. And we do get that momentum I was talking about. So we're going to be able to get to the inside of Gus Dean. He tries to block us a little bit, but we are able to push our way through. And now we have Joe Nemechek in front of us in his Ford. And we actually have to go up the track because of the way that worked. And we actually send Gus Dean into the wall, and we get into the wall ourselves. And we get into the wall again. We're going to fall down the order here again. Oh, my God. This is not going well for us at all. Angela Ruck in front of us again. We're back to P18. And it just seems to be the story of this career mode 3 races in the Truck Series. It's 1 step forward and 3 steps back with us. I don't know what we need to do to just turn it around here. It's a little bit of luck right there, because it just, all of a sudden the truck just got super tight and it shot up the racetrack like that. And that's kind of been the thing with this game. It will just randomly start to get loose on me, or it'll just randomly get tight, and I don't know what to do about it. It doesn't seem like I'm doing anything different that would cause it to do that. But either way, we just have to keep pushing our way forward now, back up to P16, past Joe Nemechek. And it's a big group of cars in front of us, but I guess it's doable. 5 laps to go. We have 5 laps to go on fuel before we even got to the line. So actually, fuel is closer than I thought it would be. I thought we would be relatively okay, but it's actually going to be super close here, so we might have to try to save some fuel. And what we might have to try to do, actually, guys are probably going to start coming to pit road here, at least some of them. I don't know if all of them, but who knows? Maybe we can actually pick up some spots from that, because I don't know if everyone's going to be able to save, because we're coming to 4 to go. It just switched to 4 there, so we'd run out of fuel coming out of turn 4 right now. So trying to let off the throttle a little bit more just to save a little bit of fuel. I mean, it's so close, we should be okay. Really, though, what's concerning me is you look at that right rear tire. It is down to 30%. All the other tires are in the 50. The left rear just went down to 49. But that is not good looking right there with the tire wear. And we actually do have trucks coming to pit road, a good amount actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks it appears. So we're going to move up to P12 now. And who knows, maybe a top 10 could be in the cards with 3 laps to go. That right rear is down to 25. That is getting really, really scary. It's down to 20. It went down 2-3% in one corner. 4% there. I honestly don't know if it's going to make 3 laps. If so, it's going to be really close. I'm more concerned about that than the fuel at this point. Let's see. And we get the warning there. And more trucks coming down pit road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? Holy crap, a lot of cars going down to pit road. We're up to P3. And now it's just Eckes and Herbst in front of us. Angela Ruck. Maybe that's how she's doing, because obviously we didn't see the end of the Vegas race because of my crash, so maybe that's how she's getting these good finishes, is just staying out when everyone else pits towards the end of this race. So the 18 truck is well out in front of us, so unless he pits, I mean, he's got this locked up. But it looks like the entire field has come down to pit road. And yeah, everyone else has come down pit road. The other 2 trucks in front of us. So that's going to put us into the lead as we come to the white flag. 1 lap to go in Atlanta, and we are just within a shot all of a sudden of winning our first race. We just came out of nowhere because we haven't come down pit road. I mean, you'd rather be lucky than good, I guess, but I mean, we'll take it how we can get it. So down the back straightaway we go. We are half a lap away from our first ever win. Fuel is now low, the tire really close, but we should be able to nurse it home. Slowing it down, just trying to get it to the finish line out of turn 4. And the right rear tire blows. We're out of control, spinning through the grass. Keep it on the throttle, trying to get across the line. And we did it! We did it! We ended up winning a round backwards with a blown tire. Holy crap! So just like that, we have won our first ever truck race ahead of Christian Eckes and Grant Infinger, Stuart Fries, and Ross Chastain. And Angela Ruck does get a top 10. Another fantastic $10 merch payout. But just like that, we have 5 playoff points. Unbelievable. I'm at a shock right here. I don't think I've ever spun and won at the exact same time. That it's amazing that we ended up doing that. So we came from 26th on the grid to win that race. We were almost 20th before the pit stop cycle, and we've somehow managed to win the race by not pitting. And it actually almost worked out to perfection. The fuel ended up lasting. What didn't work is the right rear tire blew. But luckily we had enough of a momentum, or enough of a gap, I should say, behind us that it just did not, and it just didn't matter. So just like that, we've got our first win. Is the next race is going to be at Homestead, another track I like. So hopefully we can continue our good run there, as we do have momentum, as you can see. Now, one thing to note, because of our terrible performance in the first 2 races, we actually are not in the playoffs right now. Eckes he's the last car in. Angela Ruck is currently in. Stuart Friesen, Ross Jesse, and Austin Hill are in with their wins, but we are not in on points. We need points to make ourselves eligible for the playoffs, so we'll have to work on that. But for now, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!